Hello chess lovers, welcome back to my channel. In 1921, a private match took place between the 20-year-old Dutchman Max Euwe and the extremely strong Hungarian chess grandmaster Geza Maroczy. The match, which lasted 12 rounds, ended in a draw. Both players won 2 games each and 8 games ended in a draw. Today we are diving into a spectacular attacking masterpiece from a young Max Euwe, long time before he became world champion. We are traveling back to a match which Euwe played against one of the toughest grandmasters of that time, Geza Maroczy, a legendary player extremely hard to beat. In round 6 of the match, Euwe played the following game in a dynamic and creative way for initiative. Let us jump into the action. Max Euwe started with pawn e4. Geza Maroczy goes for the French defense, a rock-solid opening with pawn e6. White immediately occupies the center with the d-pawn, pawn to d4. After this move, we reach the typical structure of the French opening with pawn to d5. Now knight c3 is coming. Knight c3 is alongside pawn e5 and knight d2 still the most popular continuation today. Now we have from black knight to f6, probably black's best move. Euwe played bishop g5, white plays consistently and pins the black knight. Maroczy plays the MacCutcheon variation instead of passively defending. Black counterattacks white position and plays bishop to b4. Also white goes forward with pawn to e5. Now we have pawn to h6 from black. That move is forced. The bishop goes back to d2 and now black captures on c3 with the bishop. Euwe recaptures with b to c3. White accepts doubled pawns to stabilize the center. Black moves the knight to e4 and white goes queen to g4. A correct and sharp attacking move. The white plans to capture the pawn on g7. Now we have from black g6. Necessary but weakening. Moving the king to f8 is also playable. White has a clear attacking intention on the king side. So Euwe plays pawn to h4. Pawn to c5 from black. Maroczy starts the counterplay in the center. We have bishop d3 from white, and black captures the bishop on d2 with the knight. Euwe recaptures with the king, and black plays queen to a5. We have rook to h3, a creative rook lift. The rook joins the kingside's attack early. On the other side of the board, black cracks open the center while white's king is exposed. In this position, Euwe is sacrificing material for initiative. The king side breaks open. But Maroczy does not panic and plays queen to c7. The white rook comes now to f3. The next rook swing. Euwe commits fully to attack. and black counterplays rook to g8. Now we have the exchange sacrifice to rip open black's king position. But both kings are now in danger. Black captures now with the queen on c3 with check. The white king has to move away. In this position, Maróczy has a powerful resource, dragging the white king into the fire. He plays now pawn to d3 with check. White has to recapture. And black captures the pawn on e5 with check. King to f3 from white. We reach a critical position. Black moves the rook to f8. That is a losing mistake. Only with knight to c6 black could continue the fight. Pause the video and try to find out what Max Euwe played next. Yes, rook to f5 with check. After that move, white has a huge advantage. King to d7 from black. Black has now only losing moves. In this position, the white rook captures on f8. And Maróczy captures the rook on a1. The white rook comes to f7 with check. We have king to d8 from black and queen to b4 from white. The white queen wants to move to f8 and checkmate black. Black responds knight to d7, white queen to d6, and the black queen moves to h8. We have knight to e2 from white. Now the white knight is joining to the battle. Pawn e5 from black. Black wants to prevent the deadly knight on f4. But the white knight still moves to f4. And black is forced to capture the monster knight. Bishop to f5 is a crushing move. We have queen to e8 from black. Euwe eliminate the key defender. White has a winning attack and capture the knight on d7. Black recaptures, and after rook to f8, Maróczy resigns. This game is a good illustration of initiative over material, precise calculation and courage at the board. Max Euwe was able to win with an attacking play against one of the strongest grandmasters of that time, and the rarely played MacCutcheon variation in the French opening. If you enjoyed this game, let me know in the comments. If you like classical masterpieces, then tell me which historical game you would like to see the next time. Thank you for watching. See you later.